Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to yet another ReZero episode reaction. Today we're going to be checking out episode number 6, and we are just deep in the thick of it right now. Things are going down, everything is just, like, I would say almost chaotic, but there is still some control right now. Things haven't gone completely off the rails, which is good, and now we're about to bring Reinhardt into the mix, so that's very exciting. But yeah, sorry for the lack of uploads this past week. Not to just make like excuses and stuff, but I did have my birthday in the within the past week, and that kind of ate up some of my free time, and you know, I was busy doing other projects. Like I just recently uploaded a Gundam ending video to celebrate hitting 3,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who has helped on that way to hitting 3,000 subscribers, which is insane. But yeah, we're back now. We're going to be checking out more ReZero. I will be recording this one and then the next episode immediately after, because I feel bad that I'm falling behind, so I want to record 2 episodes back to back, kind of, almost. It'll be 2 different videos, 2 different recordings, but that might affect video length, you know. I don't know, I'm not sure how this is going to go. I don't know what the content is going to be within this episode, but I'm very excited. So if you guys do enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Leave a comment down below letting me know which anime you've been enjoying this winter 2026 season. And yeah, let's just dive right into this one. Season 3, episode number 6 of ReZero. Let's go. Okay, we're being clued in as Emilia. That's good, like to hear it. Yes, this is true. We are running into several of them here. Multiple, yeah. And what do you know about it? That's, yep. Well, who else? That's insane. All that pressure being put on her, that's awful. That's cruel. That's really not fair, just putting the pressure of that on Emilia. We're gonna need Subaru. The smile. He's my knight. He's my shining armor. He will show up and he will save us. Jeez. But Subaru is drowning in the flood. What is that? Oh, is this a representation of what he's experiencing because of the blood in his system? Holy shit. Which animal form will he take? That's gotta be the question. Look who saved us. Never would have expected. His leg is back. What does she do to us? Jeez, the place is destroyed. That looks so bad. Yep, your leg. How is it back? Is it because of the blood? But then how are the bandages in your... like, how's your shoe back, you know? Oh my... Jeez! Ooh. Priscilla? It's healing by itself. What? Is this because of the blood? Yeah? Or is it what Ferris did with the forbidden technique? Okay, no, it is the blood. Shit, really? Is it only his leg that can regenerate though? It's a very strange time to just break into song and dance. Well, not dance, but... Oh, that's an old song. Volcanica! But that's not gonna heal. Yeah, it's only the leg. Like, why couldn't you do it to his arm? Why his neck? That is good to hear. Okay, Subaru's gonna find out.
この町に眠るとされる魔女の遺骨に加え、H の書と 人工精霊の引き渡し、そして銀髪の乙女との結婚式。
Yep. It's the artificial spirit Beatrice. It has to be. So that's two things that affect him deeply. Yep. There it is. Subaru's determination. It is terrifying. Not anymore. We're not losing heart. That's my MC right there. I'm interested to see how far he'll go right here. His resolve. Oh shit, there's an enemy. So that was a really cool scene, because we know that in season 1 she shit all over his resolve. So the switch up, love it. But now we get to see Priscilla fight. Ugh, they are ugly. Oh, these are humans. These are former humans. Someone needs to tell her. They don't know what they're doing. Shit. Your last rites. Oh, Priscilla might actually be the goat. Like, look at her. She's sick. Yo, she's literally using, like, MGS, like, what is it? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, like, slashy shit. That was sick. Damn. The Yang Sword and learn of the Demi Beast. Yep, how strong is she? She did not look to be strong before, but she is strong. What are with these vibes? Everyone's... Yeah. They all have red eyes. Oh no. Does she have the power to snap them out of it? Priscilla Weaver's reflected in the water surface. She might be part of the secret to beating Wrath, beating Sirius. Don't forget. Wow, the way Priscilla's just like eyes closed, smiling, like she knew. Priscilla is kind of, there's more to her than we know. They are all captivated. They're all just watching. Wow. And that's the songstress for you. All normalized once again. The power of song, the power of bringing everyone together. You love to see it. Everyone's losing hope, everyone's losing faith. It sure does, we've experienced it. You will have plenty of time to shine here. Shoot? Who's Shoot? Something about the music in this is reminding me of like Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. It's so random. Screw you. She wears mostly white anyway, with some purple. What do you mean that gloomy expression doesn't suit you? You've ordered one of your other wives to never smile.
着替えの最中彼女に何かあったのかな。
恐れながら先ほどのカペラ様の放送の影響か。
相変わらずあの肉
Meat
女の
obsessed
声が
woman's
耳障りだと思っ
voice.
て聞き流していたけど、女の子が初めて聞くと気分が悪くもなるか。嫌だよね。あんな誰からも愛される価値のないガイド女の暴言なんて気にしなくていい。
Unworthy of love when all she wants is love.
式を目前にどうすれば花嫁の気持ちを立て直せるかな。
You can get out of our life. That's how you can make it better.
ごめんなさい。そうね、ちょっと疲れてるのかも。休んでもいい？
すぐそばに聖堂があってね。妻たち総出で結婚式の準備をしているんだよ。僕の妻は総勢290
290 what?
死に別れた子も多い。
Okay, many have died.
53人
53 alive.
4人ということになる。僕は君も彼女らも平等に愛してみせる。
What a weirdo. Who was the first though? That's gonna be maybe important.
花嫁の疲れに気づかなかったのは僕の不手際でもあるけど、一番そばにいてあげた誰かが気づくべきだったと、そんな風に思わないかな。
Holy shit.
ついうっかりしたよ。それじゃ僕は用事があるから別室にいるよ。
He was gonna kill her and she was just gonna take it.
助けていただきありがとう。
Jeez.
助けていただいたことのお礼は言いました。それ以上私に求めるのは権利の侵害で。
Geez, she's just like a robot. She doesn't have anything. Like she lives no life for
聖
herself.
堂にいる奥さんたちもみんなそうなの？みんなレグルスの態度に怯えて小さくなって過ごしてるの？殺されそうになっても黙って受け入れて。そういう夫婦の形もあるというだけです。
That's awful.
あなたもそのうちになれますよ。そんなのおかしい。結婚って幸せで幸せな人たちがするんじゃないの？
Just hearing someone talk like that is just terrible. Subaru running on that leg is wild. I mean, I get that it's healed, but who's gonna kill it? Julius? There he is. That's our guy. But what happened up on top of the building with Gluttony?
他のみんな都市庁舎の奪還に挑んだ者は君の無事をもって全員生還だよ。ただし
Sorry if you see me rubbing my eyes. There's something went into it mid-episode and I feel it and it's really bothering me.
ベアトリスはみんな落ち着きたまえ。今私たちは拠点を都市庁舎に移している。都市庁舎取り戻せたのか。
Oh shit, we got the city hall back? That's good.
申し訳のしようもない。
言い訳してよ。何か理由があって仕方なかったんだって。私を納得
Krish?
どうして？
見つけてくれたのか。
公爵の嬢ちゃんと黒竜とを結ぶのに使われとったんや。
ああ、クリスさんはどうなったんだ。生還はした。だが
What happened to Krish?
私はクリス様のところにいるから。
会わない方がいい。
べっぴんさんやったからな。見たら余計に辛いわ。
Was she turned into a fly or something else?
体内に異物が入り込み、それがクリス様を内側から苦しめている。
Yes, but what form did she take? That's what I kind of am curious to know.
竜の血。
これでよし。
What? Oh, she made a fake version of herself and made it look like she was sleeping. That's really funny. She's making little steps for herself. That's so cute.
そっか。4つの塔がいっぺんに取られちゃって、それで身動き取れないのね。すぐそばに聖堂があるから、ここは3番街。滞在司教がいっぱいいるなら、どの塔に誰がいるのか分かれば、きっとスバルたちの役に立つはずよね。
あのさ、僕はただ運命の花嫁と結婚式を挙げたいだけなんだ。ただ水門の解放、あれはいただけない。勝手なことをして僕の花嫁を不安がらせ、幸福な結婚という僕の人生で最も晴れ
The
やかな舞台を汚す
happiest
なん
moment of
て。
my life until the next wedding.
重篤な侵害だ。君の塔はここからでもちょうどまっすぐによく
Okay.
このくらいの距離なら吹き飛ばすのは簡単だ。
So now we're learning.
水門を開けたのは君じゃない？おいおい、どういう言い逃れなわけ？醜い肉女が。
Okay, so that's lust.
すぐに行くとしよう。
Are we gonna go try and get the media? Is that what our next goal will be?
このことをスバルに伝えなくちゃ。
Are we gonna be able to steal that media?
ベアトリスちゃんは人工精霊やね。
This is true. Yeah.
そうだ。
That's what I assumed it would be
随分素直に
Beatrice.
話すんやね。
敵が誰狙いかって話なんだ。これを隠してたら利的行為ってやつだろ。
利的行為。せやね。ほんとその通りや。
その流れでもう一つ話しておきたいことがある。奴らのもう一つの条件。英知の書につ
Yeah,
い
the
て
Tome
な。
of Wisdom, like, who's gonna have the Tome of Wisdom? Beatrice doesn't have it anymore, right? Or like her
英知の書
version.
ってのは魔女教が持ってる福音書のプロ
Yes.
トタイプ。元になった完成版って話だ。
Yes, it's
そ
the
れは
full
誰から聞い
version.
た？
作った魔女に。
魔女から直接本当の話なのか。
100% we
本
did.
気だよ。あったりして騙されてはめられていろいろあった相手なんだよ。
A lot happened in that
その
season.
英知の書は2冊あったんだが、
That's
2
funny.
冊とも燃えて灰になった。だからもうこの世には残ってないはずなんだ。
Yep. So there's only
魔女教は知らん可能性があるわけやね。
there has to be the original, the one that you
最後
know.
の一つが銀髪の乙女との結婚式ってわけだ。勘違いめ
Or maybe not.
何一つあいつらなんかにくれてやれるかよ。
We're gonna stop them at all costs.
うちは桐高さんから町のことを頼むって託されて。
キリトコ
He entrusted you.
行方不明や貸し借りはきっちりと。それがカララギで商人としてたったうちの教師や。ダメになった避難所もある。死人
Damn,
も少
really?
なからず出る。
Jeez.
それを言いよどむんは卑怯やって思わん？
アナスタシア様。
犠牲は出てる。これからも出る。大きく救うって決めた以上。
As many as possible, but some, yeah.
一つ考え違いをしてるぜ、アナスタシアさん。大きく救うために小さい犠牲には目をつむるなんて俺は一言も言ってねえ。
白芸の時も犠牲は出たはずや。夏樹くんも一発の騎士
あ
になっ
の時戦っ
たんなら。
て犠牲になった人たちには覚悟があったさ。
Okay, I love that point of
街
view.
を勝手に戦場にされた人たち
Yeah,
その覚悟を
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
覚悟完了してる奴らは同じ
And we're gonna save everyone.
覚悟完了してる奴らが迎え撃つべきなんだ。それを常日頃意識して覚悟完了してるのが騎士ってもんだと俺は思う。だから俺は誰も犠牲にはしねえ。一個も手放さねえ。騎士だから譲れねえ。譲っちゃいけねえ。俺は
Look at
エ
him
ミリアの騎士だ。
go.
エミリアのために
That's my Subaru.
けどそれはエミリアだけを守れればいいって話じゃない。それだけじゃ満足できねえんだ。ユリウス、お前だってそうだろ。
Absolutely.
騎士って生き物は欲張りだから死ぬまで視線でカッコつけるさ。エミリアを変態から救い出す。暴食をぶっ倒してレムの記憶を吐き出させる。街中を不安がらせるシリウスを叩きのめしてカペラは土下座させて変身させた人全員元通りに戻させる。
This is the way, Subaru.
それで年を取り
Then we save the city. A knight's code. Happy ending. Oh, that was really cool. I love it when Subaru gives a big speech. That's how you know we're home. That's how you know, like, Subaru is truly himself. If he's not giving big speeches like that to pump everyone up, you know something's wrong. Wow, we're being spoiled by all these scenes at the end. She is sneaking in. She's gonna steal the media. Communicate with Subaru. Unless someone else picks up, I don't know how these things work.
さっきの
Meteor, rather.
おっと、反応あったな。
Owl? Why is Al potentially in communication with Regulus? Wow, so yeah, the end of this episode is just what's on my mind right now, but I'm going to try and talk about the entire episode. I'm going to go back to the beginning and go through it. So the episode starts with Emilia. It kind of picks up with her, being told to get dressed with one of the other wives, and she's learning things in this moment. She's learning about the 3 other requests. She's learning about the fact that there are other Sin Archbishops in this city of Priscilla, and she's learning kind of generally about what's going on in this place. And she also learns, of course, that Regulus is a Sin Archbishop. She did not know that. She thought the only Sin Archbishop that was here was Sirius in Wrath. But obviously she couldn't be more wrong. There are 4 of them here, and the other bride does of course say there are multiple. So I don't know if that means she knows exactly who is here, what their plan is, what they're here to do, or if she just is aware that there's more than just Lust and, of course, her husband Regulus. And that's then when we cut to Subaru, who is experiencing something horrific in that he is drowning in this dragon blood. Like, he is suffering immensely. And, the way that it's done to make it look like he's suffering through that, but he's also actually drowning. So it's like the two things playing into themselves and just making this huge ordeal for Subaru, I think was done really well here. And of course, he's pulled out by Priscilla, very surprisingly. But this is where we get some of the best moments of the episode, in that we spend some time with Priscilla. So I absolutely loved it. But it makes you wonder, why has Subaru not transformed into one of these other beings? Why is he retaining his human shape? And what's up with his leg? Is he able to somehow keep this thing trapped in his leg, because he can't heal himself anywhere besides his leg? And Priscilla does test that, because she looks at his leg and decides to cut it open, and it heals itself, it regenerates. And she shares that was something that the royal family could do. That was one of their gifts. I think she said they had 3 gifts from the dragon blood and everything. So it makes sense then, with Capella supposedly potentially being of the royal family descent, that she was able to give that on and pass that on. That's how she's doing all this, but she's doing it for bad. She's giving it to others and forcing them to change shape. So why has Subaru not changed shape? And also then, why is it just stuck in his leg? And is Subaru eventually going to change shape? Is something going to happen down the line that will affect him greatly? Or is he somehow special in that it will not affect him? Because he's been affected by other Sin Archbishop stuff, like we saw with Wrath several times. So it's not like he's immune to the spells and the powers of Sin Archbishops. He can certainly fall under their spell, but why isn't he falling under this spell of lust? That's kind of a curious question that I'd love to see answered eventually, but for now, that's kind of where we leave things. And Subaru then learns about the other demands from Lust, and Priscilla kind of looks like she's taking joy in passing this information on to Subaru, but I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think she's genuinely enjoying this, but it certainly does look like she's enjoying being the one to tell someone something that is going to deeply affect them. And she knows that he is the knight of Emilia, and that she would be the silver-haired maiden. So Priscilla seems to enjoy this, and whenever Subaru finds this out, he doesn't flip off the rails. He doesn't go absolutely batshit insane. He kind of just, he does start screaming, but he's like, we gotta go, we gotta beat Lust, we gotta get her back, I'm gonna take her back from, the way he's talking, it's someone that has conviction, it's someone that has faith, it's someone that has hope, and it's not someone that's given up entirely, which in the past Subaru might have done. But right here, he's in full, I'm gonna go get her mode. I'm gonna go and beat these guys up, and I'm gonna win. Priscilla really loves and appreciates that, because she pulls him in and says, for your conviction, I'm going to reward you. And it's very funny, because she immediately shoves him down to the ground like he's a piece of shit. But that's then when you see that there are these other beasts that have wandered into the location, and they are, of course, the other transformed beings from Lust, presumably anyway. I don't know if it's definitely confirmed, but that's certainly how it appears. And Subaru learns that she is going to defeat them, and that is his reward for having conviction. And she does so in such a cool way. She basically does the slicey stuff from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I wish I could remember what that's called when you go into that mode, sword mode or blade mode, slash mode, I don't know what it's called, but it's so cool to see play out here in animation, because she seemingly slows time down, and she moves so quickly that she's able to make these really quick, precise slashes that defeat the enemies, and she's just left unharmed. Maybe that's the power of the Yang sword, maybe that's the power of Priscilla, maybe it's both, because we don't know specifically what the Yang sword can do, and we don't know specifically what Priscilla can do, but the two of them together make for serious danger, and we get to see that play out here within this episode, and it was so damn cool. One of the best moments in this entire episode by far. Priscilla then takes Subaru and Liliana to one of the shelters, and she's looking for someone. Priscilla is looking for someone here. She doesn't share who it is until a little later, but you start to learn that everyone is losing composure, and Subaru points out that this is the work of wrath. She's targeting people that already have suffered and targeting their emotions and making them go into disarray and chaos, and just feeding off of that and making just the most awful toxic environment. And yeah, Priscilla then kind of knows what's going to happen, and that's of course when Liliana jumps up, starts to sing a song, and she brings everyone around. She sings a song about everyone remembering, you know, the times of the past and how great Priscilla was and everything, and it is a very beautiful song, and it is really, really thoughtful, and I loved the way this played out, where everyone came around, everyone snapped out of it, and everyone started to celebrate and come together. They love this place so much, and it took for this little song to remind them of what they love and, you know, kind of snap them out of fighting with each other. And then, of course, we do learn that Priscilla is here looking for Schult. And I can't remember if we've met a Schult. The only characters that I think we've seen with Priscilla have been Al, and there was this little child like servant as well, so unless that's the name of that child servant, I've completely forgotten, so you'll have to forgive me in that instance if it does happen to be that child. But Priscilla is very proud looking of Liliana. Priscilla knew that she would go out there and perform and do a great job, and that really shows because she's smiling the entire performance, and she even says that the songstress did a good job. So I love to see this side of Priscilla, in all honesty. We cut back then to Regulus with Emilia, and Emilia is sharing that she's tired and she needs to get some sleep, basically, because all of this is exhausting her. But before that, she does share that she's very surprised by the broadcast, and you know, Regulus kind of plays this off as, yeah, well, her voice of lust would shock anyone. She's someone devoid of love, someone not worthy of love, blah blah blah, but you're worthy of my love. Talking to Emilia, and it's so creepy, it's so weird, and it's so annoying hearing Regulus go on like this. But of course, then that's then when we get one of the most insane scenes for this episode, where when Emilia is walking off to go to sleep, in quotation marks, Regulus almost kills his other wife for not recognizing that she was tired, and it is insane. Emilia, of course, saves her, and Regulus doesn't really react other than by saying, oh, I maybe lost my cool. Like, yeah, what if you realized you did lose your cool immediately after killing her? What then? I suppose you probably killed most of your other wives that are already dead, because you do share that, what, like 54 of them are alive, and you've had like 240 wives or something like that. So did you just kill most of the others? Like, that's terrible, and that's so scary. And it makes sense then why the other wife that we see with Emilia a lot kind of just tells her, you'll get used to it, just keep your head down, just get on with it, like kind of bullshit attitude, which should not be the case whatsoever. Nobody should be you know, just getting on with being in a toxic relationship like that. That's not the way, and that's a terrible message, and I can't wait to see Emilia break free of that and beat down on Regulus. Subaru, in his efforts to get to the others, is attacked by a demi-beast, and that's when Julius jumps in and saves him and shares that everyone is back at City Hall, which clues us in that they have got City Hall back. So that means Lust has left. Lust has gone from this location, and yeah, what's going to happen next? Are we going to be able to send out broadcasts or anything using the meteor up top in this City Hall? Like, who knows? But this is, of course, when we get a very, very interesting scene, because we learn that Krush, something has happened to her, something from the inside, and Ferris is not happy. Wilhelm is disappointed in himself, I would presume, because he's taking the blame for this from Ferris, and he was not there to save you know, her at all. And of course, we do also learn then the reason why Krush was not taken off the dragon when they flew away, but Subaru was, is because Subaru used his whip to strap her on to the dragon. So that's really, really adorable and really nice to see that Subaru put someone else first, and that's why Krush was able to get out of there. That's why she was safe. But something has happened to her, and everyone is very upset. We don't get to see what. within this episode, but it does seem to be horrible. Emilia tries coming up with a plan to learn more information and to pass that information on to Subaru and the others. So she leaves her room, she leaves a decoy in the bed, and she leaves the room in order to go and look around and investigate. And that's when she overhears Regulus on the Meteor talking to an unknown person. We don't hear who they're talking to at all, but we do hear him saying that the opening of the Watergate was unacceptable, and that he's blaming Lust for that, because we know that he's talking to Lust because he mentions, meat lover and everything like that. And that's something that he said earlier when he was talking to Emilia. So that clues her in immediately that when he says, I could just destroy your tower from here, I can see it, that she must be in tower number 1. So she wants to pass this information on to Subaru. But of course, Capella says that it was not her that opened the floodgate. So who was it? Like, who caused this to happen? But Regulus is very unhappy with everything else that's going on because it's causing distress to his future wife. He wants everything to be okay. He wants this to be the happiest day of his life for the 240th, 290th time, whatever it happens to be. And Emilia wants to pass this information on then because she's learned something. But after this, then we see that Subaru is talking with Anastasia and shares that Beatrice is indeed an artificial spirit, and Anastasia's surprised at how quickly and willingly he passed that information on. But as Subaru says, the future of what happens next could depend on that fact, so it's important that he shares that with everyone. So I love that so much. It's really nice seeing Subaru, the awareness of Subaru, I guess, and so he passes that on, and that's then when we start to learn about these other conditions, like what we're going to do about that, because yes, the Tome of Wisdom has been destroyed, seemingly, like these 2 other copies, the perfect copies of the Tome of Wisdom. But what happened to the original? Are they telling us that the original Tome of Wisdom is here? Like, what does that mean for everyone that is here? And of course then, with the Silver Maiden, he's not going to let that happen. He's not going to let that marriage go down. Julius and Anastasia share that they are trying to prevent as much as they can in way of civilian being killed, but they are not going to be able to save everyone. They have to sacrifice a few in order to save more. So Subaru kind of says, nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to save everyone. All these people, they did not sign up for this. Whereas back in the past where people have died, for the most part, that's been people that have signed up, whenever Subaru's been involved, like people going and fighting the White Whale and everything. And I love what he's saying because it's very true. These poor civilians, they are being killed and they are being targeted and hurt and beat up and damaged by means that they didn't sign up for, right? And Liliana is going to be the secret. Liliana is going to be the one that saves all of them, and Subaru seems to know this. So I loved Subaru's speech here. I loved his conviction. I loved his where he was coming from, and I hope to see this play out the way he wants it, because knights are supposed to stand up and protect the realm, right? Not just the person that they're signed under. So Subaru is going to do what he can to protect everyone, not just Emilia, but Emilia is also a super high priority on his list. And Julius must agree, because when Subaru asks, like, Julius, do you agree? Julius doesn't really answer, so Subaru kind of probably take that as a yes. And yeah, I love Subaru here. He really is just the best at putting on these speeches. But at the end of this episode, we get a really worrying scene where Emilia goes inside Regulus's room, grabs a meteor, tries to contact presumably Subaru, but it's Al that comes on, and Al is like, oh, does someone pick up? So what does that mean? Is Al in cahoots with Regulus? Is this just some interference? Like, what does this mean? And how does this affect anything going forward and relationships and everything? Is Priscilla also in on this? What does it mean? I'd be very interested in learning, because this is very, very scary and very worrying. But yeah, Al, someone that I did not expect to not trust, I'm suddenly finding myself not trusting. So that's scary. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for today, I think. This was another great episode of ReZero, episode number 6. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Leave a comment down below letting me know what anime you're watching this season, this winter 2026 season. And yeah, I'm going to be back with episode number 7. I'm going to be recording it very, very shortly. So if you guys want to show more support, you can share this with someone who you think might enjoy. And of course, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when that next video goes live for ReZero. So yeah, I hope that you guys are having a great day today and that you're able to take it easy. I will see you in the next one. Take care.